when I step into the jungle. Say they wanna group up, they better move up, never gonna win a Royal Rumble. Decide to vacate, the war's getting sweet just like a Ribena. Yo, listen, you hear that?
Hello and welcome to FC Mobile Live. It's the first show where it's a new look, new name, new logo, lots of new stuff. But Tak, how you feeling? We're here.
I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling excited. I couldn't wait to come over here in the show and talk about what's next for us, for us fans of the sport. How about you? How about you guys in chat? How are you feeling today? Oof, my heart is racing.
Yeah, no, it's an exciting first stream here. It's kind of good to show that trailer just before. If you'd missed it a couple weeks ago, we went out with the reveal trailer, which was awesome, and it kind of like sets us up for really exciting new season in about a month's time. But yeah, I'm pumped. I'm seeing in chat everyone else is pretty excited. Lots of comments around the new season, also the current season, what we're going into, founders. So we got a jam-packed show. There's a lot of info to go through today. I know everyone's been excited. I mean, that kind of takes us through a lot of it, really, Tak. But I don't know. I think we've got a nice new look here. We're excited. It's good to be here. And I see a few people saying already. Got the cap.
Even the cap is still black, but it's new.
Yep. Exactly.
Something's never
had
changed,
to continue.
Right?
Exactly. So like it's still kind of a little bit of the same layout here we've got for the show. Nothing major changing. It's still Tak, it's still Antwan here. You can see we've got the run of show here on the side. We've got our intro. We've got some stuff to go through with you all. We've got some FC Mobile news. Then we go into founders, and then we wrap up with everyone's favorite segment, the giveaways. So got a lot of stuff to go through. I don't know, Tak, if you're ready. We've got our intro news to go through. We've got some little stuff. Do you want to just jump into it?
Exactly. We have a lot to unpack, so let's start unpacking. Let's start with transition info. Last week, we published more information about how we're going to navigate this moment in which we are currently at. So we're a month away, almost roughly, to the new season. Naturally, there are a lot of questions that surface and that our players have during this period. So we're going to drop in chat a link to this article that we released last week in case you missed it, but basically covers what carries over from your team to the next season and what doesn't. So in rough lines, what happens is your FC points, your username, and your founder's progress, which we will unpack later today, will carry over. Meanwhile, some other things won't. So, well, your team progress, it's the if it's your first reset, if it's your first new season, that's new, but that's something that we always see as a fresh new start. Everybody stays, starts from the beginning. It's always exciting for us that have been there for a while. So I'm really excited. I also wanted to check in with you guys how you're feeling today and feeling about this period. My heart is pumping for this. I've been waiting for this for a while, and for me personally, it's always an exciting time. Another information there in the article was about the logos and emotes that we'll have more information about what stays and what you guys will be able to redeem and claim afterwards, because we noticed on socials that Lots of questions were naturally raising about that. Which logos, which emotes are going to be able to keep. So more information about that will come. And the same thing for our little tease about crossplay. We know that raised a lot of eyebrows. Some are super excited about that. We'll have more information about that in September.
Exactly. So yeah, we pinned it here in the chat if you want to check it out after the stream, but Tak, you went through it. Yeah, just that little final note about regions. We're gonna have some info in September about that. I'm not gonna tell you guys much more, but just you'll see in September. And then, as you mentioned, the carryover information. The really exciting part here is just the founders progress from the event that we're going to be going through shortly. You'll find out what carries over from that event, what are some cool rewards you can get, and really why you should be playing this final event of the current season, so that when you jump into the new season, you're ready to go and you've got a nice step up on the competition. So in a way, it's kind of exciting. It's like the final event of the current season. It's the final event of a certain name that we've grown used to. And it's a cool moment. So I'm just excited that I can experience it with you guys all here in chat, and kind of, we can say I was there, you know, when this really exciting moment happened.
Exactly. I think we will all kind of like remember this period that we're living right now as a milestone in our like history of fans of the game, of the sport. And I'm also really excited to be here and being here with you guys. So, oof.
Exactly,
it's going to be
a fun moment.
It's going to be super exciting.
Yeah. Before we get into FC Mobile and Founders event, we do have one last note to mention in this intro period, and that is the Division Rivals store, which will be updating at the end of the month. August 30th is the date that we have there. So my advice is wait to use your Division Rivals tokens until then, so you can see all the updates to the store and where you can use those tokens. So just a heads up there, if you're playing a lot of Div Rivals and you've been saving those up, hang on for a while. Otherwise, Tak, before we get into just the quick Founders, well, that's not quick, but we got a lot of Founders info. We did also just want to go into our next segment here, which is just the FC Mobile info. Just give a quick little recap of the cover 2 weeks ago. If you didn't see, we'll pull it up on screen here. Vinny Jr. is our official cover athlete for FC Mobile. It's a very exciting time for the game. It's really our first time we've had our own cover athlete. So he's a superstar for Real Madrid, a great ambassador of Brazil, and really just shows off the values of footballing magic that we all strive for. So not much more needs to be said here about Vinny. It's just really awesome, and I'm sure Tak, the Brazilian community, is loving it.
Absolutely. I am 100% biased because he is currently, my favorite player. I will not lie here. I love this news. I love that we have our own cover athlete for FC Mobile. It really represents what I believe in terms of not only football talent, the magic, the like that neck, the spark that flies, that kind of like, I think we can all relate. It makes our eyes shine when we watch. I think that's exactly what we're trying to emulate here.
Exactly. No, it's great to see. Yeah, exactly. And then the other last little bit of FC Mobile news that you guys will want to know is we have deep dives coming up very soon. Most of them will take place in September, so we'll go over things like gameplay, look and feel, training, locker room, and some other stuff as well. So we'll have more details on that. We'll have a couple videos on that. We'll have some articles that really dig into it, especially on the gameplay side. Very excited. So keep an eye out for that. More details coming soon. So
yep, there's a lot to show.
I feel like we've gone over a lot. We've we've chatted a lot already about FC Mobile. I feel like chat is ready. Are they ready for Founders, you think, Tak?
I think we are all ready for Founders. We are all ready.
Okay. I already see in chat people are saying, stop waffling, get to the point. Well, we're getting there, guys. We're gonna get there. We're gonna pull it up. This is what you guys all want to see. It's the Founders player banners. We have 3 of them. We got to get going, right, Tak? Want to bring up the first?
Yeah, let's put the first player banner that we're showing today on screen. And yowza, look at that. Let's start with our own cover athlete, Vini Jr. at 120 OVR. Yes, I said it, 120 OVR. Please keep attention to some details there. Some player items there have a flare that others don't, and we will talk more about that later when we're showing the Founders event. So, as you can see, we are showcasing, highlighting players from lots of, like the after the movements from this transfer window. So I see Bruno there in his new team, James Madison as well. Lots of good, interesting athletes that we're showcasing here. With their new club crest in some cases. Tonali's doing super well for Newcastle as well. So in terms of star power there, I'm super excited. But speaking of star power there, Antwan, I see an old friend there. Care to care to speak more about him?
I think I know which one. Are you referring to one of those players on the bottom row?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the one.
Yeah. Well, there's a few MLS legends that are in this program, and I feel like if you know, you know. But on that bottom row, he's been around for a while, and I feel like people appreciate the shout out he's gotten. If you've been playing for a few years, you know. Yeah, otherwise there's going to be a lot of cool players in this event. It's, as you mentioned, mostly transferred players from this summer window. Not all of the summer transfers have made it into this program. We're holding a few of them back just because of, I don't know, just timelines, and sometimes they don't get them into each event. However, you'll notice some of the big names here: Madison, Kovacic, Tonali, Slobozai, etc. And also another thing we're going to look at when we get into the event, which I'll have more details, is if you look at the player item art, slightly different on some of them. So kind of a nice little touch there, and we'll show that in the event how that looks. But Tak, if you're ready, we can go to number 2, right?
Let's go. On your screen right now, the second player banner is a continuation of top players that are going to be available for you during the Founders event. Yet again, please note that little flair in Bellingham and Cristiano Ronaldo. Yet again, not much to say there. Big names, also showcasing lots of new transfers. Super exciting. Any highlights from your end there, Antwan? We're most looking forward to potentially including to your team.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the Saudi League players in these banners, but I think seeing how Bellingham started his season at Real Madrid, 3 goals in 2 games, has looked really good. If I can get my hands on that 120 CM, that'll take also into the new season at a obviously reduced OVR. I think he's going to be really good in there. And I know I see a few people commenting here about the action shots, how they're all just headshots for the photos. We're going to see in September if we can update some of these, given that some of these players are going to be starting to play with their new clubs. So there may be some dynamics coming in to update. But yeah, what about you, Tak? Any of these that really stand out?
Well, for me, of course, Firmino there. I'm also a huge fan of Ronaldo, so if I can get my hands on him, that'd be amazing. But honestly, hey, maybe it's a good start to, like, kickstart a nice cheeky little Saudi League theme team. Going to start to consider that.
True. Let's get into that third player banner here with our last of the featured players. And Tak, these are icons and heroes. Tell us a little bit more about these.
Okay, yeah. We're going to talk more about Raul, Zanetti, and Jared in the event, but here are some of the icons and heroes that are available during the Founders event. Some are heroes, some are icons, and please note the little flare that we have been teasing, you know, in the previous player banners. They also have this little flare. What could that mean? I wonder.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll take a look at how some of these connect to the event. And these ones have dynamic images, guys. These have dynamic action shots. So on these ones we're set. But I see a lot of people asking though about the previous ones. But yeah, these are kind of like the 3 player banners that we have for the Founders event. Obviously, there are tons of other players in the event that I'll showcase here on the gameplay build that I'm just getting ready on my phone. Which we'll also talk about how we get those icons.
It's time to show. It's time to really unpack and showcase what the team prepared for us all for the Founders event. Not gonna lie,
exactly.
I am excited.
Same here. So I've got it set up here on my phone. It's a dev build as usual. So I think we can actually throw over to that right now. We've got the Founders event here open. Look at that. Awesome. So Tak, this is the first chapter when you come into Founders. What am I looking at here?
Okay, so it's here. It starts August 24th, 1 a.m. UTC. So it will be August 23rd or August 24th, depending on where you are in the world, because we are a global community. But no matter where you are, it's coming at the same time for everyone. And this is the time for you to be here. This is the time for you to become a founder of the next era of, you know, our beautiful, beautiful game. Welcome to the Founders event. In here you see a countdown for when the next season begins, and the very first thing that you have to do is to become a founder. And how do you become a founder, you can ask me. Simply just open the event and tap that little button there that Antwan had already tapped. It will be written become a founder, and as simple as that, after you become a founder you have access to exclusive founder benefits. You get a founder token which identifies you as a founder, and you get rewards from this season and also to the next season. And the play here is that we are inviting everyone to come and become a founder and be here, participate in this moment. And the more founders that that we get, the more milestones we achieve. So we have initially 6 milestones, which will unlock rewards for everyone that are founders, as well, as long as we complete this milestone. So this is a big celebration. This is a big party. This is something that us as a community, you know, we wanted to do it together, and we have at least one, as Antwan is already a founder there, and I'm considering you guys founders as well, because we're all here, right? We're all part of this moment. It's going to be really exciting.
Exactly, and like Tak mentioned, it's going to be kind of counting when everyone joins as a founder. So there's different milestones based on the amount of founders that join this program and kind of embark on the road to the new season. So different rewards as well as you come through. I noticed a few people talking about the emoji or the emote here, so it's a little familiar actually, but it'll be a fun way here to just work together as a community to have everyone join as founders. Yeah, this is going to be the button here, and then obviously there's benefits in the new season that are very exciting as well. So with that, this is a pretty simple first chapter. Let's head into club building. So this one right here is going to be your regular grind where you play the matches. And Tak, were you going to go through this one as well? Did you want to chat about this one too?
but we can go about it together. It's fine. Just one
Sounds
quick
great.
note. You need to tap become a founder in the Be a Founder chapter in order to unlock. So we made it easy for you, just in case you forget, and then FC Mobile is here and you're like, oh no, I didn't become a founder. It's easy for you as long as you're playing the event. So club building, it's your daily grind. You have your daily challenges there. No big surprise for us. You have skill games, few matches, and every week you can also complete the weekly bonus. And in club building, you are going to complete these challenges to earn scouting points. And the thing about scouting points is that you have an option to choose which reward you want from them. So you have a few options. If you scroll a little bit to the right, Antwan, there's this player searching feature that you can spend some scouting points and get a random player. Of course, you have the possibility of pulling some of the crazy players like Haaland from this one. But if you're looking for a more guaranteed path, there are also 4 options. If you scroll a little bit to the right, you get the option to spend 3,000, and look at that, we also made it easy for you to do the calculations. You need 3,000 scouting points to actually redeem the final reward. So you get a 119, it was a James Madison, I want to say that, or a 119 Firmino, and then you can also spend 3,000 for an Enzo Fernandez, or also, you can, what's the last one? Yeah, 2,000 for Mpanzu. And the thing is, I think it's time for us to review the secret and review the little catch about these player items, which have the little flare on the sides. These player items are called Pioneer players. And if you're playing the game for a while, you can associate that with what we usually called now and later players, which are player items that grants you a special version of them in the next season. So all the player items that have this little flare and are called Pioneer players will grant you their counterparts, their special versions come next season. Of course, with adjusted OVRs, with adjusted stats to make sense for the power curve in the next season. So in here, what you have is to make a choice. Are you going for the highest OVR players? Are you going for the 119? Or are you preparing ahead for the next season? It's up to you. It's totally up to you.
Exactly. So it's a bit of a choice, but I think there's a nice way to go about it, though. If you obviously want the top OVR guys, then you're going to probably go for Madison here on the path. But then there's also the thing is you just want to go for player searching too, and just try your hand there. So there's a lot of different choices about how you can use your points. And then, as mentioned, these highlighted players here, these 4 Pioneer players, will change in 5 days. So it's actually every week. And we'll see that a little bit more in that transition chapter. So pretty straightforward, Tak. I'm just looking, are there any questions in the chat here about this section so far? People are saying for the most part, it's like now and later. Yep.
Will there get dynamic images? I think it's a good shout out. We're mentioning in the beginning of the show that come September, we are going to try to update some of the action shots there. We know that makes a lot of difference, but since a lot of these players are just newly transferred to their new clubs, we need to go through that process to get that done. So keep patient, we'll try our best.
Exactly. And I saw a few people asking about Mpanzu here. Just for context, he actually is the first player to make it through all 5 divisions of English football with Luton Town. So Luton Town this year were promoted to the Premier League, and he's been with them through 5 promotions essentially. So it's kind of an interesting little tidbit there if you had not heard of him or what his story was.
Talk about progression.
Exactly. So want to go into milestone matches here, which is personally my favorite chapter. This is a really, really cool chapter where you can play classic matches from the past 5 years of both club and international football, and you can earn rewards from playing it. So first off, this kind of connects into the captain's armband, which is, we mentioned those 3 icon players, Raul, Zanetti, and Gerrard. So first off, you have to play one of these classic matches. So this one is Juventus versus Atletico Madrid from 2019. And if you notice right here, you play the match, you're in the scouting points and the rewards. But what's cool about it is you play as a custom lineup of the team here in the essentially the storyline of these matches. So you'll recognize also this one here, Liverpool versus Barcelona. You'll also recognize probably the Spurs Ajax from that Champions League semi-final. So all through these, 2019 to 2020, 2020 to 2021, as well as 21 to 2022, and then coming up on this recent season. So these are all the really big matches of the past 5 years, and kind of a way to like put a bow on the past really history of the game and really what's been important in the sport for us as fans of football. So you can come in and replay the finals that were back in December. You can come and play these Champions League matchups. So it's very, very fun to come in and play all these matches, especially because it won't be with your team. It'll be custom matchups, or custom lineups. So once you come in and you play them in order here, you will unlock a captain's armband. So you finish all the matches on the right, and then you get the captain's armband. So once you take that captain's armband, you can see right here, we go into the transition chapter here. And this is where you get to choose between Raul, Gerrard, or Zanetti. So you can see here, each of these 3 icons have their own section. And once you get that captain's armband, you can come and choose the icon that you like, as well as it shows you the OVR and the player item for the new season. So it really just gives you a look at what these are going to be like in the new season. Some of these OVRs, at least for the new season items, are still work in progress, I would say. And then just as a whole, we're going to put it up as well. The text above is just, this is still a work in progress build. I know that the event is going out tomorrow. However, there could still be some changes to what you're seeing here. So just a brief reminder there. But overall, Tak, I really like the way this chapter is laid out, especially when it connects from the milestone matches and kind of puts a whole historical element into this program.
You said it all. We are celebrating a journey, and we're all together in this one. One little detail that I wanted to shout out here is that you get only one captain's armband, all right, in the field. In your team, there's only one, right? So you can choose the right player item there for you, because you can only pick one out of these 3. But all in all, I just really love the attention to detail. I also love the milestones matches chapters. Really nostalgic to some point, and I'm glad to look back and relive to some extent some of the great moments there.
Exactly. Yeah.
What else do we have in this transition chapter, Antwan? Tell us more. I'm seeing something there in my screen.
Yeah, there's more Pioneer players here that are coming in on a weekly basis. So you'll notice these are all the players with the Pioneer player item art, which means that they carry over to the new season. And these will be the ones that will be the featured ones as well. So you'll notice some of the players that we didn't show in the banners, like a Neymar, like a Grealish, and then even looking over into those icons for the final week. So that's kind of the look of the transition one. And Tak, there's an important note I think you said about how there's going to be a tab that'll show up on the 1st of September. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So come September 1st, players are going to be able to tap on that new season button. And what will happen is that it will show the Pioneer players from this season what their player items and OVRs are going to be come next season. So it's still coming. It's coming on September. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be really exciting to see. You know, like, oh, okay, I have this player item. It's going to become this other player item, and that only works for pioneer players, as we mentioned before. So keep an eye out.
Exactly. Great. So just want to quickly come back here into the milestone matches, because I had a question for the chat before we went into exchanges and quests and etc. Is between these milestone matches, is there a favorite of yours that you're noticing right now? I'm going to slow down on all of these years. Is it one of these Champions League semifinals? Is it perhaps an international matchup from the past year? If you could drop the score line in the chat, I would love to know which of these, or even just description of what your favorite matchup has been over these past 5 years. We'd love
when
to
you
see
asked about
chat.
the score line, I knew.
I know. I was asking for it right there, and I'm sorry if you're on the losing end of that matchup a few years ago. I'm going to scroll over.
It's football.
It.
It's part of the game.
You know. Exactly. Everyone's writing it. But no, there's a lot of other good ones. Corner taken quickly. That's a good one. The City Real Madrid comeback from 2021. That's another very good one. So lots of good score lines here, and they're great call on this chat. You guys are awesome.
I love to see this. I really love to see this.
It's the best. All right, so we finished up pretty much the look at the event. We're going to briefly go into the details here, which is going to be the daily quest, where you can get more scouting points for completing the regular quests. No surprises here. I'll even just tap on the daily pack. Yep, exactly. You've seen this before, standard. And then the weekly quest as well that gets you a 110 plus for finishing it 5 times. Let's go into store real quick, because I know there's been a few people asking about previous currencies. So I'll quickly jump into the store pack. Some of you are interested here, but the main ones here, Tak, if you want to tell us a bit about club points and scouting points.
Absolutely. Club points will make more sense when we show you guys the new exchanges, but just keep in mind that you can purchase club points for 10 million coins. You get basically 1 club point per million coins, and we also heard your feedback. We did include an exchange from retro points to scouting points. So I bet that many of you guys have leftover retro points that you don't have anywhere to spend because you already claimed it all. You are going to find use for these retro points that you have left over in Founders. It's going to be awesome.
Exactly. And then one other one here, it's a little bit further down, is in the resources tab, is going to be the scouting points here. This is for pass points.
Yeah, don't miss out on this one. It's a little bit hidden. Please note that the limit, we also heard your feedback, and we increased the limit. Now you can redeem 1,000 times. So keep an eye out for that. Do not miss out on this one. We know that many of you also have leftover pass points without use. They're standing there. Just wanted to make sure that you guys have a use for them.
Exactly. And then finally here, let's jump into exchanges with club points. So I don't know, Tak, is there any info we can give the community on these exchanges?
We're not going to spill the beans right now. All we're going to say is that you are going to be able to exchange some of your players, be it tradable or untradable, for club points. And with these club points, if you tap on Founders there, Antwan, for club points, you can exchange your club points for Founders players. So we'll keep it at that. We don't want to give an unfair advantage to to you that are here. But it's going to be exciting. And also, one of my favorite parts of the Founders event. So come Founders event, please check out the Exchange tab. I think it's going to be nice. I think it's going to be a cool part of the event, and we'll all have lots of fun in it.
Yep, exactly. It'll all be about the mix of getting players for the new season that carry over, but also building up your current team to be the highest OVR it can be, and really making it as exciting as it can be for you too. Because I know past few weeks of the season, you sometimes want to test out new items, play with some new players. It's always a fun time to do that. And at the same time, keep building your squad for the new season. So there's a lot to do in this event in terms of even just making sure that you've got those exchanges and those points set up for success there. And then obviously the transition side here. So that pretty much wraps up the Founders event. I'm going to jump into the My Team because we have a bunch of players that we haven't showed yet. And I know community wants to see those.
This is one of my favorite parts of the show as well, because I don't take time to look at every single stat. So it's going to be cool to actually take a closer look at some of those player items.
Exactly. So I made 2 squads here, Founders, with all just the highest OVR players from each position, and then Founders 2, one with a bit of a 3-4-3, and these are all newly transferred players that I put in there. So some new faces that we didn't see. And then if I go to the players here, I'm just going to filter by Founders. We can see just everybody in the Founders event. Icons aren't in here. They have a separate filter. I'll show those later. But these are all the players. So I'm going to do a quick scroll down here just so you can all see who is coming up, who to really be excited for. Lots of familiar names, and even some community requested ones that haven't seen items for a while. Tak, if you see any of them, call them out.
Will do, for sure.
See if community can call out some of the players here that they noticed.
Keeping an eye on chat here.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, there's one guy that keeps being mentioned, and I wish we had an answer for it. Unfortunately, we don't at the moment. But we see the comments, just unfortunately don't have anything to say about it.
You said it all.
So, yeah, exactly. But otherwise, a lot of newly transferred players. Try to include as many as we could, because it's been a really busy summer window so far. And then even some other folks that haven't gotten items in a while that really have deserved some. I know there's that. And also, actually, I wanted to get to at the if I scroll down to the bottom here, there's a few players I kind of wanted to highlight for some of the communities in certain regions that were exciting. The first one being an Indian player from the ISL is, once I scroll down there, is going to be Sunil Chetri. If you see that 108 striker right here. Oh, let's see, there he is. And then also we have a player from Thailand here, Mikkelsen, just on the left there. So they're a little lower OVR, but I know some of those communities will love it. And then the other one as well was Walsh. I don't know. Oh, he's on the 108 there on the far right side. His flag does need to be changed to Indonesian, but I know the Indonesia community is going to be really excited to have a player from their country represented, along with the Thai and Indian communities. As well, there's a bunch of other players from all over the world. We tried to be as global as we could with this, along with including the newly transferred players. So overall, a really big list of players, 168 so far. And I don't know about you, Tak, I kind of want to just jump into the really high OVR players just to see their stats real quick, because I know people are definitely curious.
You read my mind. Let's jump into it.
Perfect. So Jude Bellingham here, just all-around great midfielder. I've loved seeing his late runs into the box with Real Madrid, scoring 3 goals, just looking really, really good with Toni Kroos in that Real midfield.
He's just a natural fit to the team. I'm impressed with how like things are flowing for him. So I'm happy for him.
Exactly. And Benzema here, not much else to add here. 120, just got great stats all around in the Pro League. Gundogan here, 120. That passing. At this point, though, in the season, exactly. At this point in the season, I think like a lot of people are just going to be looking to fill out their team with just players they're excited about. And a lot of these guys, I think, fit the bill. Even if stats-wise they're not there, it's just going to be trying to get a nice OVR, trying to get some players that fit really the theme you're looking for. And obviously trying to go for some pioneer players like our main man here, Erling Haaland.
I can say with 100% certainty, it doesn't get better than that. This is what we're kind of aiming for.
100%. And then Marquinhos here, a 120 center back. And we'll also get into Declan Rice, who's made his debut with Arsenal not too long ago. So just going through these pretty quickly. There's tons of players, so it's good. I'm not going to be able to go through all of these, but I just want to get through the 120s to show you all. And then once we get through those, we'll make sure to mention the certain players. I don't want to say the word yet, because once we say that word, everyone just starts putting in the chat exactly what they think is going to be the keyword. But bite my tongue for now. All right, and then we'll see this 119. If you want to take a look here. Also another thing, no pass as well, Tak, right, to mention?
No pass, you are correct. No pass and no star pass.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be just the current star pass going on right now.
Yep.
All right, just gonna get through these 119s here. I know a lot of people take screenshots as well, so gonna zip through these pretty quickly. Just some nice 119s here to fill out your squad. Madison here, very nice.
This is the free-to-play reward with the highest OVR, so keep an eye out for that.
100%. And then Neymar, recent transfer to Al Hilal.
Super recent. Kudos to the team for making Neymar in. Surprising for us Brazilian football fans. It came as a shock to some degree. It was a source of lots and lots of talk on the internet. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what develops from there.
There's just so many exciting players that are going there. It's going to be tough to not at least check in. That's the thing. There's just so many notable players that you're going to want to see. Like, what are they up to? What are they doing? And Neymar falls into that category where he's just going to bring some excitement no matter where he goes.
Absolutely. You cannot say that it's not competitive. It is.
Mm-hmm. So those were the 119s, finished up with Busquets there. Not going to go into the details of the 118s and 117s. But overall, chat, I think folks really want those action shots if they're able to get them in, and we'll work on it. We'll see. But we are at the 45-minute mark here. Tak, anything we want to mention to community about some of these players? Any extra info? Let's check in the chat if there's any questions about the event. Ooh, MA2T14 has a good mention about the Pioneer players. Can we keep more than 11 Pioneer players?
Yes, absolutely. You do not need them on your lineup. You need them on your club. So yes, that's a great question. Yes, as long as you have them on your club, on your inventory, they're yours. You're Pioneer players. Keep them there, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, and make sure you don't use them for training, because if you do that or you discard them, they won't carry over. So just hang on to them in your club, even if you don't use them in your team, but don't use them in training or anything like that. Just be safe with them. Keep them safe in your club. All right, awesome. Well, that kind of brings us to the point in time where I think a lot of you have been waiting for, is we have giveaways. And we have 5 giveaway players for you to choose from. We're going to do 5 winners. And that is between, we have Vinny Jr., the 120. We have Bellingham, the 120 Pioneer player, who will carry over. 120 Holland, 120 Marquinhos, and then a 119 Kovacic. So those are your choices of 5 giveaway players, and we'll do 5 random draws. And I can see already in the chat, this happens every show. Tak, they always guess what it is. Is anyone... Oh, I saw someone. I saw someone get it.
I saw someone. Washu Chiha. He actually nailed the hashtag.
Got it.
The hashtag for today is hashtag I was there. I love how we're being a little bit more creative with the hashtags, and now they're trying out, they're trying their chances, and he actually nailed the hashtag.
I was there.
So yeah, drop in the hashtag. It's on your screen. I was there. Good luck to you all. And again, the rewards, it's your choice of 1 of 5. Vini Jr., left winger, 120 OVR. Bellingham, which is a Pioneer player item, CM, 120 OVR. Holland, another Pioneer, 120 OVR. Marquinhos, regular Founders player item, 120 OVR. Or Kovacic, who's playing insanely well for City at 119 OVR. Good luck. Maybe we could show some of the player items that we haven't shown. How about the captains? I think those would be interesting too.
Let's take a look at those. So the captains here, the 116s. Oh, I gotta actually go down to see on the old account here. Here we go.
It seems like the first winner is ready. All right.
You want to have a shot at that?
All right, I'll try. That one is not the easiest, but also not the hardest. It's all right. Let me take a breather. It's actually hard. The first winner for today is Mateo L Dux DDD. Congrats. Keep an eye out. Someone from the team, either myself or someone from the EA Sports FC mobile account, will send a message so we can get your choice and more information to send your reward. Congrats, Mateo.
Good pronunciation as well.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I was going to compliment your pronunciation of Marquinhos. It was very, very good. 10 out of 10.
Improved. Hanging out with Tak and Jason, my pronunciation of Dutch and Brazilian players has improved quite a lot. So we were looking here at the captains. Yeah, look at the Zanetti, 116. Pioneer player. So we should probably look at the 119 Socrates.
Socrates, he has received a lot of love this season, right? I can recall a bunch of his versions, and I think deservedly so. The Doctor.
The Doctor. Looks like we have our second winner. I'll take a... I mean, I think it's fitting if I take a shot at this one, given where it seems like the name is coming from.
It's so the theme.
Let's pop it up on screen. It's the theme, right? Yeah, that's funny. Worked out. Ronaldinho, 90 TM. I think I got that right.
Antwan, you're getting better and better as time goes by. We ought to do a show in Portuguese sometime soon, right?
Have me on it. Let's go to Pires here. Actually, one thing about Pires, if you're around, what was it, 3+ years ago, you'll remember Pires. That's what I always think of when I see him. If we're talking about like old season moments and looking back, I always like thinking that was something. But then we get to Carvalho, or how would you say this? He's Portuguese, but I feel like there's a proper Portuguese pronunciation here.
Yeah, look, I am not the best at Portuguese from Portugal, but I think it would be something like Carvalho.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of like eat the vowels a little bit, and sorry if I mispronunciated. That was not my intention, but that's me trying my best.
And then we got JJ Okocha here, the 117. And let's see, actually, we should have our third winner coming up. Tak, you can take this one.
All right. Easy. I think I can get this one. So the third winner for today, it's Tetsu Akira 89. It's on your screen. Congrats, Tetsu Akira 89. You got a player item.
So one thing I also wanted to do is I want to go into one of these milestone matches. I feel like we've looked at a lot of the players. Player items look great, but I want to try this match here. Kind of want to see how it's going to look for me. Or actually, should I go? I feel like I might play the other ones with the team, or should I play one of these?
I think you should play one of these. I don't know. Let's go. Look, the thing is, I'm going to support you. Last times I wasn't so supportive and I was secretly hoping for you to fail, but as of right now, fresh new start, new season, I'm a new tech, and I am 100% supportive. You're going to win.
Okay. Let's see how it goes here. Also, now I'm playing with base items here, so it's going to be a little slower than I want to used to. It actually might feel similar to, I mean, it's different because the beta is completely different gameplay. But in terms of the pace here, ooh, look at this. Yeah, this is a little. Okay. Got a 2-0 deficit here with Juve.
Good luck with that. I am cheering for you. Me and chat. I hope the chat is cheering for you this time as well. Come on, guys.
I feel like it's tradition if I just lose. So people come here to see.
That's a no tradition. The new tradition is for you to win. I think we
have. That's asking a lot.
No pressure, no pressure. I think we have our fourth winner. I'm going to try. That one is a little bit harder, so excuse me. The fourth winner is Glamslam Somia. I'm sorry. I think there's like a play with words there. Glamslam Somia. Damn, that was the hardest one. I think I botched this one. But Glamslam, congrats. You're the fourth winner. Keep an eye out for a message from our team. Hey, while I was having difficulties here with pronunciation, you equalized.
Hey, 2-0. 2-2.
I would say it was my unconditional support.
Clearly.
I don't want to take all the credit, but I think it's like playing at home, you know?
Oh, there we go. We're not going to talk about how this is probably like the beginner AI that I'm playing against, but it doesn't matter. I'm winning on stream. All that cares.
In this debut, difficulty is cranked to the maximum. It's standard practice.
Oh yeah. They know like our level, and that's why they have to crank it up, because they know we have to put on a good show. So that's why.
Exactly. I think we have our fifth and final winner. All right, the fifth and final winner for today is Schnitzel Midbombs __. Congrats, you were the fifth and final winner. You received great player item for you to either have fun this season or have fun this season plus have also fun next season with Pioneer player items. So going to be nice. Keep an eye out for a message from our team. And I think this wraps up the giveaways for today. Had a lot of fun today. I was really excited to go over Founders. We have been building up and talking about this moment, this transitional, this milestone for us all, and it feels great to be here with you guys, as Antwan said it very well in the beginning of the show.
Agreed. This is a very cool moment. Just excited to be here on the show with you all. Excited to be here with you, Tak. Just like we can say, I was there. I was there on that first FC Mobile stream.
Exactly, Antwan. A virtual high five. Bam.
Exactly, bam. I feel like that puts a nice bow on the show. I appreciate everyone for coming by. I'm excited for tomorrow's new event, Founders. Again, it goes live at 1 a.m. UTC time, August 24th. So I guess for myself in Vancouver, Canada, it's 6 p.m. Pacific on the 23rd. So it's in about, I want to say 30 hours from now, the event goes live, if my math is correct. But I hope to see all of you guys there. I know Tak and I, we're going to be there. We're going to be calling ourselves Founders. And yeah, it's just going to be a good time.
Exactly. We were here. We're going to be there. And just welcome. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great ride. This is only one step towards this amazing journey that we're going to thread together. So I'll see you all when Founders release, whenever it is on your time zone. And we can say that we became Founders together. It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be great. Well, thank you very much to everybody who's come onto the show today. If you missed portions of it, we're going to be posting it later for you to rewatch. But yeah, as mentioned, we'll see you guys all there in the new event as well as the new season and the current season. It's just going to be a good time. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. See y'all later. Bye.